Welcome back, everybody, to the live stream. I'm so glad, and I feel very happy when all of you are asking me when's the next stream, when's the next stream going to be. I see a lot of you saw the night cap yesterday and were like, oh, what's going to happen now? Because are we still going to have a day cap? We were going to have a day cap still, night cap, because I never sleep. So we had two streams yesterday because of that. But for the most part, I'm still going to come for the day cap today. What happened was, hello there. So what happened was, as you can see, the subtitle for today's stream is Utility Chronicles. We had a whole another issue with a power supply this time. We got a power cut because so the ongoing issue is basically the contractor who has taken the job from the government to install the sewerage system underground. So last night they did some digging again. It has been going on for 2 3 weeks, and it's supposed to be finished and over by now. So they dug up, uh, in general to fix whatever is left of the sewerage pipes, which they'll do tonight as well. But in doing so, they cut my underground power cable, so we didn't have power the whole night yesterday. I think it till the time that I was streaming it was fine, but then after that, all of a sudden we lost power, and we had a lot of fluctuation. So we all night we lived on the UPS, which in the morning also died down because there's no charging if there's no main electrical power. On which note, we tried to call an electrician again, the UPS guy again, only to find out that what I just told you, that those guys had cut off the wire again while they were doing their own project. Let me just put this. Let me just get the background technical feedback on just a second. Why doesn't it show that I'm live? Oh, there I am. Okay. So technically, this is not a nightcap. This is a mega cap, but fine. We'll take nightcap as a title. It is 8 p.m. already, and there we go. So that happened, guys. After that happening, the next thing was to try to get it fixed. So the studio staff guy, who also is like a studio staff manager, whose main job is to get uh, he basically is one of like a master, uh, what do I call it? How do I say it? Sort of a master tailor as well, but not really a tailor. He's a niche uh, guy, who does like some of those designing decorations on the clothes. So, he's a specialist in what he did. Super nice guy. So he took care of it all. He managed mostly, and I was with him, and I tried to supervise that as well. And finally, we got the UPS guy. We got the guys who from the government on a weekend who supply us the electricity from the back. They checked because first we thought that it was a voltage issue, and there was an issue with the voltage coming from the source. And because yesterday we were getting about 270 volts, but then now we figured out that it was because of the wire, uh, which was supposed to be copper, that these guys changed when they fixed back to silver after disjointing it, and because of the seepage, it was sparking and fluctuating. So improperly, fixed and put back. So we got our guy. We tried to get our electrician to do it. He failed. We tried to get those guys again, and they just said that the problem is not ours because you're getting the right voltage at the main uh, point coming from the transformer. So then we got our UPS guy, and he was smart enough to actually figure out this problem of this the source of the problem. And with his help, we finally were able to sort this out. We got the temporary joint again, and now we're gonna get a copper wire again. Instead of going underground, we're gonna go over and soon change that. But if that process was going to take place today, we were not going to have a stream. But since this is working for now, we dug up, fixed it, put the mud back, and flattened it. And I guess for now we covered the jointed part of the silver wire with a PVC pipe, and then tightened it up with brown tape. Well, it's working for now, and that should be waterproof pretty much, and anything else proof. Chow says, isn't UPS a delivery guy? UPS is a delivery guy, but in America, I used to work for UPS once upon a time. If I had my wallet right now, I would have showed you. Hold on, Zainab, can you give me my wallet? I keep it with me. It was uh, United Postal Service, is it? Or that's UPS in Pakistan, but yeah, I think that's what it was. And I used to work for them, the delivery guy. Can you give me my wallet quick? Yeah, yeah. It's probably in the other room. And but UPS is also like a portable battery kind of thing that that can actually take the load of some of your electrical appliances. For example, in countries where we have a lot of uh, power supply issues, power cut issues. Charles says, "Damn, I was waiting. I trust you. This makes more sense why you weren't live early." Let me show you this. Check this out. Uh, uh, Check this out. It says UPS on the side. That's me. That's my name, and that's my ID card number, and the date issued, and the address for where I used to work, Edison, New Jersey, One Clover Place, and it was a really cool kind of warehouse kind of place, for UPS. And I've worked all sorts of crazy jobs. Does this come on? So yeah, the UPS basically is a portable battery that basically can, for almost 10 12 hours or so, keep everything running, including the Wi-Fi when the power cuts down, including some of the fans and basic lights. Chelsea damn different look there as well. Yup, and everything. I'll show you my license from there. Everything I own has a different look. This is Look at this. This used to be my ID card for Pakistan, and maybe I shouldn't be showing these things with all the information that it has. I'll just show you the pictures though. This is my New Jersey driving license. Look at the picture on here. This is back when I went to my Penn State. No wait, this is from Penn State days, but this is from Pennsylvania. The ID card. I thought I maybe had my student card from Penn State. Just that's what I was thinking. Yep. So basically, the UPS guy was smart enough to fix all these things out. Then eventually we got the WAPDA guys, which is Water and Power Developmental Authority. Says don't share your all info now. Yep, I figured out. So Water and Developmental Power Developmental Authority is what supplies electric and water to us. Charles has got days with you. Oh, true, that's true, for sure. So those guys finally did come through, and they will soon just change the whole thing and the actual wire and help us out with that. But for now, I think it's fixed and we are ready to go. Starting off on Dota. Let's go. In Utility Chronicles, man, one thing goes right. Yesterday night we finally fixed up the air conditioner, right? We had the night stream. Good thing, at least when we were done, the second issue came into play, the fluctuation one, and at least we figured out the source and understanding. And today we had a third issue that the studio guy who I was talking about that works mainly for my mother, the one who does the boutique thing. Chelsea's Dota is opening, yes. That thing, that person has like hypertension, because of high blood pressure, right? So he was helping uh, uh, just like manage the whole all the labor that was coming in today. We're starting off at 3:30 to uh, so that they did a job right and everything was done smoothly. And what happened was that this guy was he got so tired and he was hot and so hyper because of his blood pressure. I think he didn't realize, but he was getting really hyper. So we I like I sent another person in the staff to go and ask him how long is it gonna take. My wife actually wanted to know. She's like, go and ask. She sent this female, and she's like, go ask him how long it's gonna take to get it fixed because they were working outside near those electric poles. Hey guys, I am a streamer. This channel. So yeah, this guy was really hyper. So he's like, just go back inside, go back inside. I don't know how long this is gonna take. You know, I've been working for since like a while doing the digging and all. I don't know it's gonna take. Just go back. Uh, so then my wife, because she had to manage a lot of other things. For example, like the freezer and the fridge is not working, so she has to make sure the food goes somewhere, something gets managed. But for how long? There's no water because the electric motor for the water is not working again. No electricity. Many of the things had to be taken care of. So she goes outside, and this guy is like, I don't know, just get back, get back. I don't know. So then I got pissed, and I was about to say something, but I was like, okay, hold on, just relax. You got to take it light. You got to make the communication effective. If you just go put coal in the fire, it's not gonna work. So I took a second, breathed in. I thought, then I was like, okay, that's it. He talked disrespectfully to the first person outside in front of the UPS guy and everybody else. And now, like, usually he's a very nice guy. He's a very like emotionally like intelligent guy. I don't know, maybe it was his health or a hypertension, and maybe it was his some family problem he's going through. I don't know, but next thing what happens is he comes in and the lights come back. So Fahad says, honey, I'm home. Let's play, buddy. Soon, Charles is down. So I call this guy inside and inside the office, and I'm like, hey, buddy, listen, you need to tone down. You're being too hyper, and like everybody's talking to you nicely. You know, we talk to you with so much respect. Just like calm down a little bit. You're not talking to them nicely. So he looks to my wife and he's like, "Tell me, did I say something wrong? I didn't say anything to offend you, did I? Like, I was very respectful. I don't know." So she didn't want to say anything at that time. So I said, and not just her, but like the other person we sent to ask you, you talked to that person really rudely as well. So he's like, let that person be. You just talk about you. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna let that person be. Because you need to understand that you are getting hyper and you're talking to everybody very rudely and disrespectfully and loudly. And I understand that maybe it's because you're tired. And before I could say another word, this person is like, okay, then just you can give me all the money that you know I'm supposed to be owed for my day's work, and I'll be out. So I'm like, okay, if that's what you want, then I don't understand like why so sensitive, right? So now this person has been working for me and my mother for like 10 years or so, I think, or 10 years or a little lesser, but something like that. So I mean, I also have a soft corner for him, but I don't understand why he gets so touchy about this. So I mean, like if somebody is going off and you're telling them so politely, I don't know what it is, but when I talk to people, they get. So this person goes outside, and I call my mother just to get a second approval to what just happened, because I'm like, I don't want her to find later on that I fired her guy. So I call her and she's like, okay, let me speak to him as well. So he was just outside still before he left. So I'm like, hey, listen, let's talk again. My mom is on the phone, you know, your boss too. Let's just talk to her and let's just sort this out. So he's like, no, you just talk to her. I'll be fine. I'm like, listen, I'm asking you again. Let's talk to her right now. Sort this out. Because in my mind, I'm like, if this guy refuses a third time, if this guy refuses a third time, uh, then like even if like I have a soft corner for the thing, I'm gonna get like pissed about something else. Like I'm being so nice, still trying to like just have a conversation, communicate, and just sort this out. But like, come on, sort this out. Don't make a big deal out of it. Like I treat you like a brother, you know. So let's just talk it out, get it over with. Don't make a big deal. So he's like, no. So I'm like, okay, fine, then don't talk to her. Don't talk to her. Tell her he doesn't want to come on the phone. Next thing I know, so our neighbors are like really close professionally with us. They also have an office. We have a studio, and the guy who works there is his friend, so he goes to him. He's a little sad. We found out because my aunt calls him, and he's like, I'm not coming back. I got so humiliated over there, and I just don't know. And he started crying on the phone, and next thing you know, this guy faints. So I called my mother and I didn't even say anything. I was so polite, like asked my wife, she was right there. I don't understand what was the big deal. And she's like, this guy just like cried because he felt humiliated and he just like fainted on the phone. Vignesh there said, good evening, bro. Hey, Vignesh. So now I'm getting feeling a little guilty, but I'm like, I literally said what needed to be said because it had to be said. Like it's just like our YouTube community here. If everybody is nice, including him, but somebody's breaking the vibe, you gotta call them out on that shit. Chances people are same way as well. Only difference is I'm the one usually hyped. Shit, things happen. Shit, things happen, but when you find a place with a good vibe, you don't want to ruin it. So, I tell this guy, the way you talk to them wasn't nice. So he's like, listen, this isn't my job. I'm like the tailor decoration guy. I'm not supposed to be doing the electrical work. I'm like, I understand, but if you're choosing to do it, like, it doesn't mean that you disrespect anybody. If you can't do it, just let me know. That's fine. I'm fine with that. I understand that. But just because somebody else, like, let's say her job is cleaning or her job is washing dishes, does not mean that the staff that I sent out to talk to him doesn't mean that they're below you, that you can disrespect or insult them. That's not right either. Everybody has self-respect, and you've got to treat people nicely. You can't just yell at them in the middle of the street or the UPS guy for that matter. I understand that you guys are frank between yourselves, so keep it between yourselves, not a third person will judge. They're not gonna, and they don't know your chemistry or how you are inside the studio. So I try to talk to him, but he doesn't get any. He's like, just like, I'll just leave them. I'm like, okay, suit yourself. So later on, my mom is like, okay, you be the bigger guy. You just go talk to him. He's in the office next door, right? Just go to him. He was crying on the phone and just make up. So I'm like, I can't lie. Like, he was being disrespectful. My mom usually, just like you, Chow. When I used to be young. I used to get hyped up too. So now, even though I'm not usually, my mom always assumes that I'm the one who does get hyped up. So good thing that I had a lot of witnesses and I've grown out of it, right? So this person, my mom first refuses to believe me. But eventually, even when she finds out, she's like, okay, you be the bigger person, go and just talk to him, tell him, you treat him like a brother or whatever, and come back, it's okay. So I go to him. Now this guy, he's feeling sick, he's lying down on the bed in the office next door, and he has tears in his eyes. In my mind, I'm like, what did I even say to him? Like, all I said was just don't be rude to other people, and this guy is like, why not? Like, is that what it is? So, but seeing that he does have emotions, I don't know. I feel like, okay, fine. At least like there is a human inside. I hope it's not a selfish human. So I try to talk to him like, dude, I treat you like a brother. But if you're going off, like, won't you want that we have this space that I can talk to you? But if you're gonna say stuff like, well, then I'm quitting and stuff. Charles is totally with you on that job position is not to judge people, right? But I don't know. I got this a feeling, a vibe that he did that, or maybe it was just a frankness, but I didn't know. So Charles says maybe he had a lot to handle already. That's true. He did have a lot to handle, and we know that. So I did acknowledge that. I'm like I know you have a lot to handle, but just like I just wanted to point it out that maybe because of that or otherwise you're being awfully rude to everybody. So just like giving you something to think about. Not a big deal, but he just took it too hard. I wasn't even firm. I wasn't even strict. I wasn't even nothing.
Let's go, Jix.
So
Let's get moving.
then what happens is that I try to pour my heart out to him. I'm like, dude, like if I didn't feel anything for you, uh, more than a staff do. Like I wouldn't even have bothered come here try to like say something nice to you. But the thing is, if you want me to say something that I don't believe in, that's not true either. You were off. Maybe you were getting hyper. You didn't realize it because of the blood pressure, everything. Take your time. You need anything? I'm here. You want to go to the hospital? Let me take you. I insisted. He said no. I
Barely
insisted
brushing my
if he,
negative.
needs anything else. He said no. So I said, then, like,
Let's
you
get it.
shouldn't be that react that way when something slight is said to you. Like, relax a little bit and try to listen where it's coming from. If you
Moving.
think that a person is saying something from a negative mind, like that's a different story. But if you believe that I'm
Let's find
positive and
somewhere
I'm
to
trying to
sleep.
say something just so that you could correct yourself or not ruin the vibe of the place, then listen, because I would take the same stand for you if somebody else says something
Time
to you.
to
But if you're in the
begin.
wrong,
The world will remember you
so
when you leave.
this person had tears in his eyes still, and he just still doesn't respond.
Let's
So
come.
well, last thing I was like, look, I know that it's not maybe not the right time to say this, or maybe you might feel bad about it, or I might not. This might not be the technically correct thing to
Let's
say, but
just
I gotta
not
say
hurt
it.
anyone.
Just because that person is a different job, you have a different job doesn't mean that you take or
Let's
treat
get
them
moving.
as if they're below you. Just the point because I noticed that. Other than that, I know you're a nice guy. Just had an off moment. You should have stayed and we could have sorted and talked it out. So he's like, he didn't respond still. So I'm like, okay, then like I said what I had to, and I go back and I tell my mom I did talk to him, but there is no response. And she obviously, since this guy
Definitely.
cried on the phone and is known to be very um, emotional, and I'm known to be very ruthless and cold and not warm. Apparently, for some reason, I don't know why I'm known to be that way.
Let's hit where we
I my
moving.
mom is like, well, more love. Talk to them with more love. Talk to everybody with more love. I'm like, how come? I talk to everybody with so much love, but no, they're like, he's cold.
Let's see where the road takes us.
So that happened, and that like half the day, second half of the day went in
Let's
that
go, Jix.
fiasco, and I don't even know if he's coming back now or what. All I know is that I did let him know that it's not a big deal. Uh, what I
Let's hit
said,
that.
like when you were
Yes!
oh yeah, I said one more thing. I said if you want to
Barely
quit
brushing my
work, don't
negative.
quit because of something stupid like that. At least quit because of a good reason. And
Time to
there
move.
should be space between us to talk about things. Chow says, "Are you cold though?" I don't think I am,
Moving.
bro. Are you saying you are cold though, or are you cold though? Because I don't think I am. But
Let's
like
go.
I've been known, like people who know me well know that I'm not. But people who don't know me well might think that I'm very extremely cold.
What are we waiting for? You're going to die slowly. First.
Like I'm the kind of person, like for example, when you say keep professional and personal aside, I literally
No
do
time
that.
to dilly-dally.
so, so like when I'm working, like my wife, if me and my wife
Let's
are
get
working on a
moving.
project, oh you're asking, I don't think I am. Yeah, I just know that you stand up for your action. Yes, yes, yes. And I'm not. If I was cold, would I be going to
Time to
him
get
and
to the
just like
tunnel.
trying to make him feel better, even
Let's
though
see
I
what
think
lies
that he was
ahead.
on the wrong?
I'm always on the move.
But then again, because I know that he might have problems at home, or because
The ley line's close. Quick, protect me. Time to begin. Now you see me. We're a hell of a team, Jix.
because he had problems at home, or because
From the best.
it's a lot of it's really hot outside. Maybe the heat caught him, or the blood pressure. I
Time to
understand
settle
that.
down.
So I'm I might not be very warm in expression, but I'm definitely understanding. So but
Here we go.
I think it had more to do with his like. I tried to make him understand that everybody has self-respect just the way he does, but I didn't think he was getting it. He was just all about his self-respect and just feeling like
Come on,
it
Jix.
was his self-respect that got, you know, I don't know, got hurt for some reason. Even though I talked very politely and very nicely, my A
Don't
game.
prove I'm the best.
So by the end of it, like I guess that all happened, and then I told him that if you need. Chao says I can put myself in that guy's feet. Ooh, damn. So So that all
Let's see
happened,
where the
but like
day
I
takes
hope
us.
everything goes back. He was a little off since 2 3 days. Maybe he was feeling sick. I think his wife is a little sick as well right now.
Let's
That
fly.
maybe that was on his mind. Maybe it's a little hot. For some reason, he hadn't ate anything since morning. I don't understand why he doesn't, because usually when he comes, like, it's
What's
something that's
inside
studio for
the
everybody.
steel?
Like tea, on without ends, like
Another
infinite,
bonus
have it,
chapter
whatever. Like
coming.
my mom is a little chill like that. Like uh,
My time has come. We'll have some fun. They'll never let me hear the end of
she's a
this.
little chill like that. Like she treats everybody very, very nicely. So okay, so let's hear Chow's experience here. Chow says, "I can put myself in that guy's feet. I mess things up once. I get off,
Middle
but
tower
can't
is
respond
under
or
attack.
share after analyzing what happened. Maybe that's what it is, because the guy he has a reputation to be sweet. Like he's nice. He's a good guy. I'm sure he's a good guy, but maybe he just doesn't have the capacity to do things around. So I'm like,
Middle tower is under
I don't know why
attack.
you felt that bad. Like I treat you like a brother, and that's why I said what I said.
Going.
Um, so and you got so sick and you got fainted and you cried. Now it's enough. Just like get better, and if you need anything, let me take you to the hospital and all. But yes, for some reason he didn't want that.
Time to be Oh, you thought you were winning?
But I guess he's in good
I
hands.
want to
He's
know
got a
what you
friend
think.
next door. I sent some milk. I would have sent food, but the person who was going to send the food,
Mischief awaits.
take the food, would maybe been the same person that he got set off by earlier on. So I didn't want that social no, that social, what would you call it?
No time to dilly dally.
Any of the social conflict to arise from that scenario. So I was like, hold off on that.
No one can stop
I
us
gave him my
now.
number. For some reason, he didn't have that. What I really hope is
Tremendous
that he
gesture.
understands that whatever I say always comes from the good
Let's
place
find
in
something
heart,
to steal.
because I am very aware of my surroundings.
Let's see
Obviously,
where the
not
road takes
perfect.
us.
I get if somebody offended somebody said something they didn't like. I like, just like our YouTube fam, people to be in a very fun, respectful, and active and passionate
I'm always alert.
uh, style of living. Chao says it's ego, it's other every other day problem and hard to accept what happened. Kind of takes a toll on person. True.
Here we go.
I'm pretty sure that like he wouldn't have
Let's
cried
get
that
moving.
much just because of what I said. There was definitely a lot going on in the background in
Time to
his
get
life,
into trouble.
because like he got kind of sick, and I think he probably wasn't taking care of himself too.
Can't stay here.
Um, so yeah, and I don't know why, but I guess then my wife was like, "Don't feel bad about it," because like if I said something wrong, sometimes I'm right
I'll
and I say
find my
something the wrong
moves.
way, and even then my wife or my mother will make me realize that. But today my mother, because she's not here,
Let's fly.
she didn't know exactly the details. My wife was like, "Don't feel bad because you didn't say anything
We're
wrong," but
ready
then
for
again he had a
shenanigans.
lot going. So that's that. Now I tried to express as much as I could. Um, I hope that it got through to him. If it didn't, I don't know. Sometimes things
Turns out the
happen
middle tower is
for
under
reasons to make
attack.
way for better things. Maybe this is one of those things.
I can take care of myself.
And I did tell him though, that the only I didn't come here to say all these
Soldiers.
things because I want him to come back or not. That's up to him. I came to say these things because these things are how they are. For
Time
example,
to
the
get
way I
into
feel about
trouble.
him, the thing that he did wrong, that I wanted to bring to his notice, and
Going.
there was nothing meant to, like, even when I talked to her there, I told his friend who was in the office next door, I'm like, can you give us 2 minutes so that
Let's see.
I could talk to him alone about that stuff. So I hope his health gets better. For his sake, I hope that he realizes that there should be
A
space
little
between people to
mischief never
talk
killed
without
the
getting
messenger.
so. Charles says, I promise you, just show him one more good gesture after
My
things
time has come.
get cold. Okay. I did. After it, he'll cry again. He says, "Oh, well, I'll always keep showing good gestures.
Moving.
Especially when I care about people and I know people are good. I do a lot of things for them.
What are we waiting
Um,
for?
the way I do things are generally for their benefit. So sometimes I'm not like the kind of person who takes credit for it all, which is why I always need somebody who does the
Time
marketing.
to
For
be
example, like I'll do something nice for them, and then my wife will go like, "Hey, that thing for
Here
you,
we go.
uh, Heather did it, and he did it because he cares for you." So like I'll tell you, I have two younger brothers, right? And they can be brats sometimes, but they're nice as well.
Let's
I
get
know they're
moving.
good at heart, but they're just young. They're 20. One is 24 years old, and one is
Let's fly.
22 years old or 23 years old, like that. Actually, no, one is almost about to be 25
No one
now,
can stop us.
and one is 23 or 24. So for me, they're like when I was 10, they were 5 and 4 or something like that. So no, in fact, one is 25 and one is like 22. Yeah, one is born in 2000, so he's 20, almost about to be 22, and one was born in 97. So he was always 5 years younger than me. So I remember them to be kids, and then they grow up, and now one is taller than me, like a inch or two, and one
Time to
is
move.
like not as tall as me, but maybe 1 inch smaller. But like he's older. He's the older one. He's the middle one. Now I can't show and express love the way that usually people do, and if I get pissed, apparently that's very obvious. So what I do is every now and then, like I'll give them some money, right? But
Yes.
how we do it is that I give it through my wife. So my wife will give the money, and she'll go like, I gave it, right?
No time to dilly dally.
And then when they know that that I in my mind I'm like, okay, now they know that in a way that I was feeling something like I want to show them some love, and I didn't know of a
What
better
awaits
way
us?
because they're in college and all. I think that's a good way that they could use it for something fun with their friends or whatever. But I wouldn't do it myself. I don't know why.
I'm gonna have fun with you. We did it, Dix!
Chow says, I believe your name has a meaning on it too.
You ready for shenanigans?
Yeah, my name means Heather means brave, and in Arabic, it's an Arabic name, and Heather Ali Khan means the Lion of God.
Come on.
But apparently, the Lion of God keeps scaring people. So you're right.
Let's find
I
something to
mean,
steal.
if things are mediated and all, I'll definitely say, but I'll also try to make sure that the point comes across as nicely as it can. That ooh, 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 I'm
Dix,
trying to
gonna
kill me.
tear
They're
your
trying to kill
little
me.
pet apart. Don't take it too much time. I have a surprise for you. I take what I want. Now is your life.
Your bottom tower is under
Oh, I forgot I had a scepter. If I knew I had a scepter, I would have killed both of them. Shoot. I thought if I take a shot, Shadow Realm was gonna end. Yes, I know. So, but you're right. Like I like what you said. Like when you said, I promise you, just show him one good gesture after things get cold and he'll cry again. So I'll try to find that moment when that happens and definitely take that opportunity to do that. If that's a good kind of cry, you're saying. The chicken is super tender. Thank you.
your middle tower is under attack.
Tastes nice as well. It feels a little healthier than yesterday's food.
Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower has fallen.
What's life without a little adversity?
Your middle tower is under attack.
No, but it was nice yesterday. Can I have some spicy sauce on this?
Can't stay here. Enjoy. I don't
The enemy's bottom tower has fallen.
Stick around. And you're right where I want you. I'm untouchable.
I think I'm about to kill everybody. Where'd he go? Triple kill. Chow is like, he'll feel then and be sorry, but for better. True.
I'll prove I'm the best. I
Thank you, bud.
Let's see where the road
Plus 30
takes us.
bedlam damage. We'll take that, and we'll also take Hyperstone.
Moving.
So I guess for today, let's let him
Let's find
rest and
something to
let's also
steal.
focus on our work and hopefully everything
This
works
just
out for the
might.
best. I'm pretty sure that my mom and my aunt have know both the sides and they're very smart enough to deal with it.
My time has come.
A little bit on the side, please.
Let's get moving. I'd run. Let's get out of here.
Yes, I will after this game, definitely.
You should indicate my friend.
Okay.
Get it. Was bad.
The silence got me this time because I couldn't use Shadow Realm, but I think my team will have killed all of them. There they go. Yeah, I like it. I like that we have so many people with like different people here. And sometimes I help you guys, and sometimes you guys help me because seeing the perspective that comes
Enemy's
back
top
and the
tower
feedback,
has
it's
fallen.
lovely. To be honest, I believe
Dire structures are
that if your
fortified.
mindset is positive, you might make
Your bottom
mistakes,
tower is
but will
under attack.
definitely do the right thing at the end of it. And that's why I know it will all work out.
Time to get serious. What are we waiting for? I'll prove I'm the best. I disappear. Wait your turn, Jinx.
We're about to have moonshot. Did you see? We were just talking about stuff, and passively, I just farmed about
Come
scepter,
on, Jinx.
almost a moonshot, half a moonshot, in 22 minutes. Our score is 21-12,
On
and I
my
just got
way.
a triple kill. But dealing
Shenanigans.
with people is actually the one skill that is the most underrated, but it's actually the most difficult and the most
I'm going.
like uh, difficult thing
Let's
to
see what I
have to
can do
learn,
now.
and the most
I'm
valued
going.
talent in the world. My mother is like a master at it, so I hope one day I can learn that. What?
Let's see where the road takes us. Here we go.
Get a Naganim shot as well. Be a master
Your bottom
A little
tower
mischief
is
will
under
disabler,
kill
attack.
the
as well as a
beast.
BKB soon after we get the moon shard. So no more global silence for me.
Let's fly. They're going to die slowly. Let's find something to steal.
So yeah, so first thing we dealt with was the utility. Second thing we dealt with today was the staff. And finally, I got a chance to stream. Ooh, global silence, global silence.
Time to get out of here. No time to delay.
Oh, something small that happened today, but positive, was that I got a new toothbrush. I don't know if I told you guys, but the last one I had was hurting the side of my teeth. One of the bristles was so hard at this point that it was almost like picking my
Your top
teeth with
tower
a
is under attack.
little rock.
Jinx, what do you say we find who did that and rip their eyes out? I'm
But the
always
new one
open.
is just so good.
Let's see where the road takes us. I'm going. Time to be trouble.
I want to ambush them, but I can't
We're
find them.
going on a little field trip, Jix.
They're not even
Proving
farming.
the best.
Probably don't have. There he is. Effectively ambushed.
No one can stop us. Your pet has nothing on mine. Better leave him. My time has come. Time to move. Let's see. I got a few tricks up my sleeve. This should tricks protect me.
Almost had them killed, man. Almost. I didn't deserve to die. It was a complicated situation. It was going to be a little difficult to deal with from the get-go. I understand that. And like just like Yusha, I feel like if I was in his shoes, it would also still be very difficult to deal with. It was just a difficult situation overall. I feel like my skill to deal with it was high, but the situation was like, it was like I'm a guardian and the situation is like immortal level.
Got to go.
It crushed me, but I got
You're ready
a
for
couple of
sure.
towers.
Enemy's top tower has fallen.
Mischief awaits. Come on, Jix. Down to us. Let's go. I think a little mischief's in order. Let's get moving. Good, Malcolm. Time to regroup. You're gonna love this. Something to steal. Good work, Jax. Good.
Undying is super annoying.
A little mischief never killed anyone.
And so is a silencer.
On my way.
Just gotta keep myself safe from both of them.
Moving.
Oh, how did the courier survive?
Let's see where the road takes us.
I think silencer wasted his SS just to save this dude. And we just managed a double kill because they couldn't get close to us while we were silenced. Otherwise, we were dead for most part. I could just push top, or maybe could I help kill?
Time to get into trouble.
The enemy's middle tower has
I'm
fallen.
always on the move. You're going to take a slow. Get ready for a surprise. We're going on a little field trip, Jax. Oh, we're just getting started. It's not ready. This one's mine, Jax. What are we waiting for? Don't take too much time.
The enemy's bottom tower has fallen.
Let's find something to steal. Can't stay here.
Your top tower is under Your top tower
Chao says, did I miss something? Oh dang, what a kill.
Time to be trouble.
Chao, you just missed
Time to time.
that I'm owning for some reason.
We did it, Jax!
I need a BKB ASAP.
the enemy's middle tower has fallen.
Time to get into trouble. I'll prove I'm the best. Stick around.
Tombstone gonna die.
The
We should
enemy's
run
middle
while we
barracks
can.
has fallen.
Now that the BKB is ready, Silencer can't use global silence on us.
I'm
At least till he can till the BKB reaches me. Unless they're killing me, it's pretty much over.
Let's go, Jax.
I'm just not ready to leave.
You see me? Less is where you
Radiant's
Look at his health.
has been killed.
for shenanigans.
Chaz, it seems like the AC buffed you, definitely.
Let's get moving.
I don't have any mana, that's how long I stayed in these fights.
A little mischief never kills me. Let's find something to steal. I'm gonna What are we waiting for?
I could back up. I guess I should. Why die for no reason? Give them some confidence and boost.
Mischief.
The enemy's top tower has fallen. The enemy's top barracks has fallen.
We're going on a little field trip, Jax. Time to move.
Ultra kill movement? For sure.
A gift from me. Your own shadows will protect me. I force my resistance. Dig down. Good, gotcha.
Look at Silencer trying to cap on Beastmaster's death. He's like, as soon as Beastmaster will die, and his Shadow Realm ends, I'm gonna kill Dark Widow. That was literally all his plan. So give me a second, guys. I'll be right back.
A golden thread.
Double damage!
Where do you want? Here, the way. Easy. Yeah, I'll quickly. I'll just run people.
Playtime's over.
And we are back, guys.
Let's see where the road takes us.
Can you order something to drink, like Pepsi or something?
No time to.
Oh, they just killed all our team.
On my way. This isn't going to end well for you. Time to get out of here. No one stands in my way.
I just went to
Can't stay here.
put something behind the table. Chow says, "Hello, Habibi. What did you do?"
Objects.
I was just trying to put something on the other side of the table so that my wife could just chill down because we got the AC in this in the office now. So when she studies, she needs the other room. That room also has an AC, but when she's not, uh, she could chill with me in the same one.
Let's
What
find
happened?
something to steal.
Here, it's not charged though.
I'm always on the move. The world will remember the name Mariska. Let's fly.
Chow says died in the fountain. Damn.
Time to be troubled. You're not walking away.
Oh, they got me, but thanks BKB they got me. Well played, but I'm buying back.
A little mischief never killed anyone.
Good stuff, Clinks, right?
Time to move.
Well, my next item is going to be a Glimmer Cape.
Moving. Let's see where the road takes us. We're going on a little field trip, Jix. I'll prove I'm the best. I can take care of myself.
I just told Pudge that to come with me. I wonder what he was thinking otherwise. Like, what was the default command on him?
Dire structures are fortified.
You ready for shenanigans? Don't take too much time.
The enemy's bottom
I'm
tower
ready.
has fallen.
Oof, lethal, too lethal.
Let's go, Jix. Round loss. Let's find something to steal. Let's get moving. Away and straight to the I'm always
Does it just like that? Take Prism just like that. Oh, just like you did now. But I think now we got Mega Creeps though, right? We got Megas.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
Safe to say we're winning. The heroes are being kited.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
We're just watching their ancients since a while, and the creeps are just taking it out, and Flinks can't do anything to even get their aggro. Good first game, I would say.
Good work, Jax.
Oh, I got an MVP award with 10 hero kill streak, 19 kills, and Tycoon. Okay. Playlet Online gave me a comment. Thank you. Zainab. So, what's going on with the. Are we ordering something to drink? Are we ordering something in general? You wanna eat KFC? You wanna eat this new deal they have for $6.50? They have 2 zingers. Okay. No, but was worth a try. Okay, some other day. Just the wiring on. Good stuff. That was a fun game. Let's look at the score. Low fat. Our Pudge was 7-7, 15-7-4 on our Weaver, 12-6 Bristleback, 5-3 Medusa, and I was 19-8.
Your turn to ban. Five seconds remaining.
We got NU Gambir, Pawn, Scarcha, and Snail It Online. It was a Flink's last game.
Remaining.
While enemy teams got X, Silk, BMB, Ono, and Birdie. Calcium get Nando's. Nando's, I don't know if it does deliver. I think it's one of the few places that probably do not deliver. The only time in my life in Pakistan that I've went to a Nando's. Here is a channel link. Was on my wife's birthday before we got married. It was before or after? Before we got married. It was his first birthday. It was fun. It was nice. Never became a fan. Chow just shared a chicken's emoticon. But I already got some chicken with me that my wife just made. That's awesome. With some sriracha sauce. Oof. It's hot. What I really want is actually just a Pepsi from somewhere. Chow is lucky you guys have one. The only other time I had Nando's before that in my life was when I went to Malaysia in 2016. Otherwise, for some reason, never been something that the place that attracted me too much. So, chances I love those.
I shift like the sands.
Prepare for battle.
Oh, chances we don't have any Nandos here. I love those. Oh, that sucks. Not really. What is something else we can have? No. I'm sure that they will expand though. All these like international chains, they do expand. The only international chains like once upon a time, 20 years ago, that were in Pakistan were just McDonald's and Pizza Hut, and then almost everything else came eventually. But they're always, because they're international chains or they're foreign chains, they're always so expensive. Like I'll have to sell a kidney to buy some ice cream at Baskin and Robbins, and there's so many more local options that are just so yummy. But then some of the things are just like there's almost no comparison. Like Pizza Hut has a place of its own, no matter how bad they do sometimes. When they do well, nobody can compare to them. Even though when I was in the US, Pizza Hut was like one of those places that I would never have pizza, and all those local Italian pizzerias is where I would eat. But it's just every place is different. I think we should just run. They have the tomb. They have good heroes. Let's just get away from it. Yeah, I'm not screwing with that. Chav says, I love those. I cook when I miss Australia. Oh, that's where you had it. So, Chav, tell me about your time in Australia. Like, how long were you there? And what was it about? Like, was your family there? Were they based? Was your dad working? Were you a student? How is that? Oh, if they deny, no, caustic finale. Damn. And Charles says, I cook when I miss Australia. I swear, that's how I am too. That's what I'm talking about. You asked me the other day if I miss restaurants from US, but that's the answer. I cook when I miss, and I think what I cook is probably more hygienic. Come on, Lion. Dude, Earthspike, are you serious? Jao says 5 years as a student, couldn't extend my visa. Oh, nice. I think I'd love to know a lot more about that time. It sounds like you miss it and you had a good time there, right? Oh, this time he uses Earth Spike, thank God. So, what year did you return, Chow?
Of course.
And I think I know somebody this happened to as well. That person could not complete. That person, I think, did not even complete their education. I don't know what happened. Was it Australia or some other country where they were stuck at and they didn't give them the visas to continue the education? For some reason, I feel like it was Australia. Do you remember that a couple years ago? A few years ago, something happened, and there was somebody who had spent like $60,000 or something in 3 to 4 years, and then they couldn't do the last year there because of a visa issue. It wasn't somebody very close, but I did left my parents Finger for the first time and everything was new. It was good
The
days.
sands.
2013 to 2018, nice.
Run if you can. Right face it.
When I came back to Pakistan in 2017, since like that time, like it had 18. You sure 18? I also came back to Pakistan in 18. For me, that time was very difficult too in the start, but I don't know why. I was very positive. I was very hopeful, optimistic, and I felt like somebody who's gonna achieve something will find a way. And so I think I'm very positive like that. We'll find a way. If, for example, if I were in your shoes and I felt like there's no Nando's there, I'd be like, how do I get a Nando's here? How do I make one and capitalize on that? Because definitely, if you love something that much, there's many people who love something that much. I used to have friends when I was in school, like who would die for Nando's. They were in love. The peri peri thing was so popular, right? I've never been a spice person, so I don't know why they left Juggernaut just now. But now they put peri peri on everything. Right? There's even, we have places which have peri peri pizza, peri peri everything, peri peri rolls. What?
Here again.
Dire's structures are fortified. Your bottom tower is under attack.
Nicely stuck.
That is good. She's there to remind you. She remembers because after 2 weeks of coming to Pakistan, I found a job
My strength increases.
and I met her there. And then her life has never been the same. The first ever conversation I had with my wife was about water sanitation. Being a lawyer and a journalist, she was supposed to interview this like really renowned lawyer who was working for public interest litigation. And I was working, I was doing like extensive research on environmental issues because I was laying down the foundations for what was later going to become a foundation, an actual foundation organization that my wife and me were going to lead from the front, being executive directors of that, and we were going to find it too. We're founders too. So he was coming through that way because it had like a legal angle as well, and I was coming through this way as an environmentalist. Oh, you just removed, it's back. You just removed the monitor, yeah, it's back. And we met right for the first time, and the first conversation we had was about. I mean, we had been introduced once before, and then that day she was about to interview this guy whose first public interest litigation case was about something related to water sanitation, and there was a lot of talk about the World War III being about being due to the war on water and the scarcity of water. So while she was going inside the office, I was coming outside for a smoke. I used to smoke then. I don't smoke now, and she wanted a few pointers on that conversation that she was gonna have with this lawyer. So she came to me, and I was like a research like hub at that point for environmental issues. So we started talking about that, and we got so deep into it. 3 years later, we are married. Rax says, good evening to you, Horn. Good evening to you too, Rax. He says, I've noticed that your ES and SK, you have first item dagger. Yep. You can't do anything without a dagger on ES and SK because both of them can easily be shut down with a stun. You have to make sure that you get your mobility. Other ways of doing that is a BKB, but that limits you. You can only fight with a BKB on, otherwise you're screwed. And same with ES, with an ES, just BKB just is too inconvenient, to be honest.
Your middle tower is under attack.
What happened?
I ordered from your feed and then I got calls on my number.
Nice.
Why
Your
night?
bottom
because
tower
they know
is under
you're the one
attack.
ordering food.
I did it just because to
Avoid that, yeah, but it's probably your account logged on in there too.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
They got 10 kills and we got 1 kill. Xiao says, my sister does not like fast food now. She says it's the same we have in home. Same, my wife says the same thing. So if I cook, they'd rather eat that. But like very rarely can I find the time for that. And I feel the same way when my wife cooks. I much rather have the food that she makes than from outside. But every now and then we do have food from outside still. Chow says that's all I make in home. It's good that YouTube has it all. Exactly, right? So I guess what me and you have another thing in common is a passion for cooking. When I was younger, even with it before when I was doing my schooling in Pakistan between my ages of 5 and 16, my parents used to ask me sometimes all the things that I like. So I used to say when I grow up, I want to learn how to cook. So they'd be like, "Why do you want to cook?" So I was like, "So that I can cook all the stuff that I want to eat." And when I grew older, I guess I really meant it because I did it. Oof. The hell is wrong with Luna? Get your own creeps. Stay away from me. It's coming here, doubling down on my neutral camp. First my lane, then my camp.
Long live the king. Yes, indeed.
Oh no, oh no, 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 no. Let's get Luna with the tower self. Lena with the tower self.
Your top tower is under attack.
Look at how I hid. Oh my god, that is so cool. They have 13 kills and we have 2. Look at the way I just hid. Beautiful. I don't have any teleportation scrolls, so I'll eat some chicken.
Your top tower is under attack. Dire structures are fortified.
General Clinks has arrived. We're safe, we have been saved.
Die. Well stated.
I need about 150 bucks more before I can back down safely. Why is the Primal Beast level 8? Who's their mid? Not Primal Beast is the answer.